what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. How you guys doing? Good morning, Terry Baker. Good morning, Carlos. How you doing? Good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Give me a second here. The chat is working again. It's working. I remember I had some issues with the chat the last time I was doing this in July. I'm back. I am back. Hold on a second. And hold on, still doing some stuff. All right. So, thank you so much for everybody being here. Terry Baker, Terry Baker was in the coaching session just a few minutes ago. We had some great questions, good questions. J Max in the house. Dub Jones, Grand Rising Kings and Queens. That's right. Sand Dollar is in the house. Sand Dollar. Awesome emotes. If you are a member of the Weekend Shift crew or the already I was gonna say the Weekend Shift crew or the Strat Warriors, you got these new emotes. I got a Strat Soldier emote, I got the Hammer Force emote. I need to make some more. I need some ideas. Thank you so much for the cup of coffee there, Sand Dollar. I'll go ahead and say it. If you use a super chat, there's some little ones in there, some big ones, but if you use a super chat, I have to stop what I'm talking about, talk about what you want to talk about. So if you want to go ahead and get started, Sand Dollar, go ahead. I said Terry Baker's name like 87 times in the coaching session. So, but good morning. Miss Bacon's in the house. Miss Bacon is in the house. Let's see, in the beach bum. Man, I love the beach. Sand Dollar says, let me see Google. All right, let me see Google. All right. Let's do it. All right, Google. I'm still going to do my intro. I'm still going to do it. Google. We had Google on the watch the weekend. No, it wasn't in the watch list, but it was here. Google. All right, Google to the highs. Right now I have the PSAR on the weekly on. I'll turn that off just to make the easy charts look nicer. And Goog, no actionable signal for next week, but it's still moving up. 2 up on the month. That is awesome. Almost all-time highs. It's almost there, pretty much. I mean, you had a 322 on the quarter, and it's pretty dang close. Four more bucks and it'll be there. If you trade macro charts and looking at the quarterly, you could have took this off the quarterly right here, right at $182.88 and just held it. All right. So, and you could still be holding it. What's it doing on the year? All right, still good on the year. If you would have took this back in 2024 at 144, you'd still be doing good. All right, you probably would have got a little scary here as it was going all the way back down. You're like, it's gonna hit my stop, but it didn't, going back to the highs. All right, I do like trading macro charts, but no actionable signal for next week, and Doji on the daily. I was on the coaching session. I was talking about scenario 3s, and we know scenario 3s are broadening formation on a smaller time frame. Okay, and what we want to see is them. We want to see prices. We know scenario 3s are broadening formation on a smaller time frame, and we also know price discovery happens in a series of broadening formations. Okay, so on this daily, on the scenario 3. They took out the highs. We want to see if they take out the lows. They don't really get all the way down, but they take it right back up. All right. They got 313. The 313 Motor City Madhouse. People are getting just chopped up in there. People are like, let's get puts. Let's go into the lows. No, it's not. Right back in their face. And then they're like, let's go to the highs. And it doesn't. It goes right back in. So, oh man, it's terrible. It's a pain right here. But Google, for the most part, doing good. If you took this 2-2 reversal back up, even though that's not a hammer, 2 down, 2 up is still a reversal at 191.68. You're still, still good. Man. And then, you saw my PSAR, parabolic stop and reverse, no special settings. Your stop would probably be about right here. You're using that to stay in the trade. If you want to talk more about the PSAR in managing open positions, check out my execution course at thestratsoldier.com. All right, that's Goog. That is Goog. It's getting close, boy. It's getting real close. Remember we had that really nasty day where it just went to the lows. Can we find it real quick? Can we find it? It went nasty to the lows. Let me see, how far back was that? I might have to look for it on the weekly chart. Anyway, Apple was like, nah, man, we ain't using that. We ain't using Google no more. And it dropped. I mean, big time. Oh man, I don't know. It's probably one of these guys in here. Maybe here, May 5th, maybe. Anyway, it dropped big time. Anyway, it recovered. That's good. All right, almost all-time highs. Let me get back to my intro. Hold on. I love it, though. I love it. I got 10 more minutes, but he used the super chat. What do you want me to do? Tell him no. No. He used the super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Sandollar. I'm reaching for something. Thank you so much. Sandollar says picked calls for August 22nd. AMD also for 829 on at the money. No, AMD. Friday's dip. All right, okay. Thoughts on AMD continued downside? Would it be setting up for a nice fail 2 up on the week this coming week next? Okay, yeah. We'll look at that. No problem, Sandollar. He says, thanks, Chief. We will look at AMD. I'm pretty sure that's something we're going to be looking at anyway. AMD. We'll look at it. And that was an and. So Sandollar got calls for 822 and 829 on Friday's dip. Okay, very good. Very good. Let's see here. What's up, Sandollar? Anybody else in here? Carlos, anybody else I didn't say hi to? I was out for a couple weeks. No, it's all good. I was out for a couple weeks and I am back. Thank you guys for your support. And thank you so much for checking out that interview with Mr. Stratter, Phil McPhee. That was awesome. That was a fun little interview, even though he was doing the interview. I know I just replayed it on my YouTube. So it was good. We had some really good questions. We had a really good time. Go watch that if you have not. What's up, Dan? I got 5 more minutes. Sandy said we missed you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I missed doing the show too. Yeah, Phil was fun. He was fun, dude. He was really fun. And the coffee cups I got the coffee cups. They should be here. They should be here by the end of the month, but the coffee cups are a real thing. I hope they look good, but even if they don't, you're probably gonna get the first batch of the ugly ones. only to show that, hey, I'm serious about this. I said I was gonna do it. Dub Jones says I want to see open. All right, we'll look at open when it comes time. A lot of, not a whole bunch going on. Things just going straight to the highs. All-time highs in SPY, in Dow Jones, QQQ, and the president keeps calling for inflation. They're like, dude, Jay Powell, cut the interest rates, cut them. And Jay Powell's like, no, this is my job. I know what I'm doing. You don't tell me my job. So, did you see that video where the president's talking to Jay Powell, and Jay Powell he's like yeah the president's like, yeah, all these buildings, $3.1 million, and Jay Powell just gave him this, he gave him the side eye. He was like, no, it ain't. And he pulled out this piece of paper. He was like, yeah, it is. He was like, read this. And he was like this. He was like, Nah, you just added another building to this. That's what this is. Anyway, I'm saying that to say that Jay Powell is not scared of the president. He's not. He's not. And I know that irks the president off big time. So Jay Powell says, I ain't cutting interest rates. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. So Bloomberg News did a big, not a special, it wasn't a special, but it was a really long segment about if they reduce interest rates without the proper data, without the proper conditions, it will turn the bond market like upside down. It will flip it. And I don't know much about the bond market and fixed income. I'm learning, but they said it would be bad to do that without just no knowledge, just doing it. When inflation and when the tariffs started kicking up and we started talking about tariffs, other countries were just like dumping bonds. They were like China, Japan. They were like, nope, we ain't messing with this. They started cutting millions of dollars of bonds, just getting out, and it was messing with the value of the dollar as well. So it was messing a lot of stuff up. So then that's when that 90-day reprieve on tariffs came in. We'll give you 90 days. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is they keep pressuring the cut interest rates. There's no inflation. Looking at my grocery bill, there's inflation. All right. If you saw me on Twitter during the lunch break, the lunchbox break around noon, I've been doing those, and I was talking about how looking at this grocery bill. No, y'all kids gonna eat these groceries. I'm sick of this. Y'all gonna eat these. You're gonna eat these groceries. Dub Jones says that video was so funny. It was hilarious. It was like, golly, what? This is real. Like, Jay Powell's a straight gangster. He don't care. He does not care. He put his glasses on and everything. He was like, nah, bruh. I'm surprised he didn't say nah, bruh. It was hilarious. Sandollar says, Open is very spready and tricky to manage. The premium, just like OKLO, takes practice. Start small, use buy limit orders, and split the gap on those spreads and let it fill. Okay. Very good. Dan says, looking at small cappers and Dow Jones closed last week. They are both 131 on the daily, and as Rob would have said, the real move will keep going. Yes. Real move coming, and it sure did. Yes. Mr. Luciano, you're late, but you're not that late. It's all good. Still the intro. I got 19 seconds left. Let them dump our bonds. Yeah. It hurts them in the long run. Yeah, that makes sense. The Russian economy is taking like every month. Yeah. The Lunchbox Cafe breaks are cool. Thank you so much, Sandollar. I'm glad you like those. I almost started calling them the doggy bag. It makes sense to me, but maybe I'll do that too. Jay Powell, Powell lightweight. That's funny. All right, let's look at the broader averages. Let's see what's going on in the markets. Let's see what happened last week, and then we'll get into actionable signals very soon. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Let's get in this tank. Let's do it. All right, we in the tank. We are in the tank. Let's do it. Let's see what happened last week. And we'll be looking for actionable signals for next week. My green screen hates the fact that I'm wearing something green and I don't know what to do. So you'll see some fuzzies behind me. I can't fix that. I thought about a blue screen, but then I wear a blue shirt. So it's just, I don't know, whatever. Weekend shift shirts, they might be a thing here soon, but we're starting with the coffee cups. We're going to start small and expand. Just like the broadening formation, okay? So here is SPY, and when I trade, I got all 4 time frames up just like this: the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. And this shows me what? Say it loud. Come on now. Time frame continuity. That's right, time frame continuity. And it's just like the weather, it is always there. Now on Friday, we had green on the month, green on the week, red on the Friday, and red on the day, and then red on the 60s for most of the 60s. Terry Baker had a pretty good question in the coaching session. Do you ever take counter trade trends? I will if, and this is as close as I will do it, if the daily and the 60 are the same color, I'll take that trade. All right, that gives you that time frame continuity that they are selling it today and they're selling it right now. Okay, and that completely overrides what we're seeing on the week and the month. All right, I don't want to be going long. Now I'm talking to day traders right now. Okay, day traders. I don't want to go long on something when it's red on the day and then red on the 60s, because it's just going to keep going down. People that are working monthly and weekly trades, for example, a 3-1-2 up, you're not necessarily concerned that it's red on the day or red on the 60s, all right? Because you're in a longer position, longer horizon, longer timeline, okay? You still want to be watching, still want to be monitoring, but it doesn't affect you so much, all right? Especially if you're trading shares. So Friday would have been a good day to, okay, it's red on the day, 3-1-2 down on the 60s. I can take that, all right? One thing I did talk about on the lunchbox breaks was how much time do I have left on this trade. Okay, if you're a weekly trader, and this was Thursday when I did this, I was talking about how it doesn't do it during for some reason for TrendSpider, it doesn't do it during when the market's closed. When the market opens, you'll have these little clocks. It'll say close time for that time frame, and it'll have a countdown. That's what it is, countdown. Sorry, I got confused. Countdown. I got lost on my words. It'll have a countdown right here on the 60-minute, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. Okay, and it said on Thursday it was like 1 day, 3 hours. So on that Thursday you had 3-1-2 up on the week, still good, but it's only good for 1 day and 3 hours. All right, and then on that daily chart, it was only good for 3 hours. And then on the 60s, it was like, okay, 3-1-2 down. You got 18 minutes left on this. Yeah, 18 minutes left on this. Now, that's not to put a bunch of pressure on you or make you feel like you got to rush things. It's just that you have to know how much time you have left on this trade. Time frame continuity risk is a thing. Okay, this time frame closes at the end of the week. This time frame closes every day. This time frame closes every hour. All right. Now, some people will say, okay, well, I took the 3-1-2 up and then I took the 3-1-2 down and it went right back up. A couple hours later, it didn't work. Well, it did work. It went 3-1-2 down, took out a few targets, and then at 12:30, the buyers came back in. All right. This is the reversal. Let me blow this up. This is the reversal. This right here, all these other bars past this that's bonus. Okay, if it keeps going in your direction, awesome. That's bonus. Bonus. All right, these two continue, but it reversed. Okay, but let's just say if it continued to go to the lows, that would be bonus, and you would be looking for places to add to your position. Okay, but this was the actual reversal, and then right here, 3-1-2. And then you did get a 2-2 reversal back up, didn't last very long, went right back to the lows, all right? So, I just want to emphasize that. And if it's red on the day, and you're a day trader, it's red on the day and you're looking for these smaller time frames and you're like, it's green, wait, hold on, all right? Because what did it do? It went right back into the continuity of red for the day. It went right back into that, okay? All right. Let's see. Dow Jones, 212 back up on the week. That was good. And get back up in this level of reclaim back here. And it took out this one up here. Level of reclaim up there. I don't think there's any more up at way up top. Nope, that was it. So hopefully we see, is that all-time highs? Yes, it is. It is all-time highs. Okay, that makes sense. It's all-time highs up there, way up top. So, Dow Jones still good. We'll see if we get a 2-2 reversal back down on Monday. We'll see, but it'll just be profit taking. Look at that juicy 3 level of reclaim 3 on SPY. Me likey, very good. Small cappers had a good week. Let's go to small cappers. Marlin B's the only one I know that trades small cappers. 212 up on the week. That was good. Hit magnitude, still good. All right, no reason to get out. Still good. But hey, small cappers doing it. All right, it's working. 2 up on scenario 3 up on the month. All right, that's good. Let's see. I'm looking at the chat. Sand says I only scalped SPY and SPX a couple of times because I was too busy to cope with the choppiness. Yep. Marlon B says good morning. We're looking at IWM just for you, it's just for you, Marlon B. Sand Dollar traded Amazon, OKLO, Open, Google, UNH, and a little Tesla's. We'll look at UNH in just a hot second. UNH, there's a lot of people talking about that one, and that was actually on our weekly watch list. Okay, weekly watch list, and I'll tell you why. But small cappers still good. No reason to get out. Let's see if it keeps going. No actionable signals for next week, but let's see if they keep buying. The money flow index just showing that it's not, it is trending. It is moving up with the price, but it ain't, it's not really, really going. It's not really with the price. We wanted to reconfirm. UVXY, shout out to Brent. He wanted to talk about this UVXY, the ETNs, the secret weapons of the Strat. ETNs, most people are afraid to trade ETNs. Okay, now these are VIX products, and when the SPY is going up, most of the time this is going back down. All right, so you can trade puts as this thing is going back to the lows. You want to be careful and watch out for these spikes, like for example this one on August 1st. But after that, you can get a put below $16.51 and work it on the way down. Okay, you can do that. Utilities going back up. Ends as a 2 down on the week. That's not really a hammer. Let's see what they want to do. All right. As SPY was just kind of looking droopy and not doing much, it was going to the highs, and now utility is just kind of not doing much. All right. XRT retail 2-2 continuation up. All right. Had a nice little had an interesting little 2-1-2 up on the daily, but didn't do much. XLK with tech had that same 3-1-2 up, hit magnitude, and then came right back down. XLE Energies ends as a shooter on the day on Friday. You can see not doing a whole bunch, but this is interesting. All right, here's your scenario 3. All right, and here's the lows, hit the highs, they test the lows, test the highs. All right, test the lows, test the highs. Test the lows, test the highs, test the lows. All right, all in this, because this is a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. Okay, let's see. Bloomberg News was talking a lot about this. You can see that right here on this daily chart. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Now, Bloomberg News was talking about how there's the demand for oil is very low, very, very low. And for 2026, they say it could be even lower, but it has to do something. All right, it has to do something. Maybe energies is gonna finally be a thing of the past. I don't know. But it is all stuck in this level of reclaim back here, and it's been back there for a while. All right, this is a monthly chart, all stuck in this. So we'll see what they want to do. One thing that me and Rob did back when he was around is the famous 2-1-2 reversal back up right here in 2022. Everything else was going to the lows, and energies was going to the highs right here. 2-1-2. Let me put the labels on for the kids in the back. 212 up on the year. Buy anything in energies, buy them all. That was awesome. That was awesome, especially with shares and just working it. And then it got kind of choppy after that. Here's your 3 years after that. All right. So still at the highs, but you know, doji on the year. Okay. Forming a little doji thing on the year. Very cool. Very interesting that it's still up at the highs. All right, so if you're still holding on to those stocks, good for you. But for us, you know, people that are not in it right now, you know, it could be crappy. I get that. So 2-2 reversal back up in IBB biotechs. All right, biotech still moving, and it is 2 up on the month. This is the biggest move it's had in a while. I know it's been creeping up, and it looks good since May, but really it's not been doing much. All right, it really hasn't. All right, so I know you see this. You're like, yeah, look at that. It's been trending up. It's been a mess. This is the best move it's had in a long time. Healthcare still just crapping around. 2-2 reversal back up on the week, and it's, you know, that's good. UNH definitely making that happen. All right, we'll look at UNH just in a second. XLP, consumer staples. All right, consumer staples, 2-2 up on the month. Not doing a whole bunch though. Shaking my head. Shooter on the week. SMH, shooter on the week. We'll look at that. And then RSP, which is S&P 500 equal weighted, giving all the stocks, the big and the little, all the same weight. 212 up on the week. That just shows, yep, you know, but it shows pretty much everybody's doing the same thing, not just the big guys. All right. Let me see. I got 1 minute left on broader averages. Let me look through the chat real quick. Standout picked up the December leap call for UNH last week of July. Interesting. Okay, nice call on UNH. Yep. We'll look at that. What's up, Corey? How you doing? Good morning. Corey's been having a good time watching anything 2 up on the month. He's been ecstatic. 2 up on the month. That's on the list. 2 up on the month. So what you want to do, Corey, is create a watch list right here. I have 2 down on the month, just so you know, and 2 up on the month. All right. You want to know what's 2 down on the month, right? Just in case the SPY starts going to the lows, you know what to attack. But 2 up on the month, I want to know. SPY goes to the highs. I'm going to my 2 up on the month list. Yes, it should be longer. I've been out for 2 weeks. I got to update this thing. Also for the Strat Warriors, I got to do another macro vid, okay? But I want to know what's 2 up on the month. All right. I want to know where the buyers really are. Tesla, 2 up on the month. I want to know where the buyers really are. That's a shooter on the week, though. We got to note that. Ulta, makeup. Come on now. Makeup. You ain't got to buy tech everything. You could have bought a stock right here. You could have bought just a couple stocks right here, or even down here at 370, 368. This ain't fun right here. I acknowledge that. This is a little bit better situation with this Momo hammer right here. And then here's an ad right here on this inside bar to the highs. All right. 397 to 521. Come on now. Buy some shares. Not everything has to be options. Buy some ding dang shares. You can do it. You can make money with just a couple shares on that. Just a couple. 2. Do I have to get the calculator out? Is it calculator time? Man, these stocks are so expensive. I can't do it. I can't trade these stocks. That's out of my price range. $375 for one. That's a lot. It is. 521. Take away 375. Take away 375. One share. Hold on. Just one share. All right, $164. $164 one share. All right. Now you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's here? 1, 2. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're like Strat Soldier. That's $146 in 5 months. So what? It's a winning position. $146. Now I'm not even talking about ads. You can add to that winning position. Okay, you can add and buy more shares as it goes up. But you $146 on one share? Come on now. Come on now. There's people out here losing $100, $200 a day trying to trade options on everything. You're trying to tell me that an open position that's $146 up positive is dumb? Come on now. Come on. I'm about tired of the silliness. Shoot. I'd say create those winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. Brent. Quick name, Brent. Heck yeah. In the chat, Brent's name is Creation Has Evidence and Science. Let's see here. Corey says 2 up on the month. Zebra Options traded it. Heck yeah. Zebra Options traded it. Let's go to UNH. It's time. It's 11:33, the bottom of the hour. It's the flip. The flip only happens at the bottom of the hour. All right. Anybody telling you something different, teaching you the strat, wrong. It's the bottom of the hour. Let's look for those actionable signals. All right. I'm back. And quick little segment just for the people, because I know there's people out here, they just want to see the actionable signals. They skip all that. Bottom of the hour. You come in here in the weekend shift, bottom of the hour, 11:30, you're going to get the actionable signals. All right, let's do it. UNH. That was on our weekly watch list right here. Why was it on our weekly watch list? Because it was a 2-1-2 up. Okay, that's why. All right. Everybody else talking about where there's a bounce because it hit this VWAP and it hit this volume shelf. That's why it needs to be on your watch list. No, it needs to be on your watch list because there's a 2-1-2 up on the week. All right. It went in force above 253.98. Boom. Sand Dollar. Oh my goodness. Sand Dollar with another cup of coffee. Thank you so much, Sand Dollar. We're talking about UNH, but if you want to talk about some more stuff, thank you for the coffee. If you want to talk about another ticker, let me know. We got to check out Pacey, and we might as well check out OKLO anyway. But UNH, very good. Again, one stock, just one share. All right. Calculator time. It's calculator time. All right. I like doing this because it's just evidence, because we get so much in our own minds about how much can we actually make. All right. How much can we actually make? And we get so fantastical about everything. 253. Take away 253. You bought one share at 253. That's $69. $69. Now you bought two. You could do the math from there. But as a small account trader, if you have a small account, you don't have to look at this stuff and go, oh, I can't afford that. Buy one ding dang share, and then you take the $69 profit, and you keep doing that repeatedly until you can buy 5 or 6. Buy 10 of these, all right? Until you can buy as many as the big stocks as you want. Sand Dollar says it all the time. A little number times a big number is still a big number. All right? Come on now. $69. Is $69 not enough for you? Oh man, that ain't enough. Strat Soldier talking that gang again. That's not enough money for me. Come on now. Now, I want to see UNH go 2-2 reversal back up on the month. That's what I want. I want to see this 3-2-2 back up on the month, but it's a lot closer to going scenario 3 on the month. Mr. F2 Rev had a good question in Twitter. He says, I noticed that you don't like talking about taking the break of a scenario 3. That's true. It's a very aggressive strategy. What I will take is a 1-bar ref strat, which is a 1-3. All right, 1-3. 3. The reason being is because I know where to put my entry, I know where to put my stop, and I know what I'm looking for. Okay, just a random scenario 3. Here's a random scenario 3 taking out the high, or taking out the highs and the lows of the scenario 2. I'm not really messing with that. All right, same thing back here. I'm not messing with that. It's a mess. All right, but if it's something I see on the chart, I have an actionable signal, I have a reason to believe that that could happen, I'm going to take that. Now, for Mr. F2 Rev and other people that trade outside bars like that, and people that are trading this 50% rule, be careful. But I'm okay with it. As long as you're creating winning positions, adding to them, and defending with tight stops, you know where to put your stops. Okay. As long as we know the outside bar phenomenon exists, and we know this is a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. So if you're tracking something like this, even though this is messy, and you're tracking the scenario 3 on the week and it's messy, you can still do that. Why? And because I'm okay with it as long as you understand. You're going down to a smaller time frame and you're trying to work. Okay, here's this is our learning line. Learning line. I don't want to get off on a tangent. We got to look for these actionable signals. Learning line. Okay, here's our learning line on the month back in April 2024. I dropped down to a weekly chart because I know it's there. I took out the lows. Now let's see if we can get it back up to the highs, and that's exactly what it did. All right, I'm okay with that. All right, you're using the higher time frames, go down to a smaller time frame, and then working that broadening formation. That's okay. That's okay, man. Just be careful. All right, that's all I'm saying. Just be careful. I don't want to. It's a potential outside bar. No, that's not me. I'm not doing that. All right, but if you're seeing a scenario 3 on a bigger time frame and you're like, all right, it has the potential to go and take out the other side, I want to work it to the other side, that's fine. You're looking, and then look for those actionable signals that will do that. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now, will UNH go back to the highs all the way back up to 651? They could. They probably got their act together. I don't know what the news is. But I want to see 2-2 reversal back up on the month. All right, it did hit the bottom of the broadening formation. I'd rather see a 2-2 reversal back up, get me in, and then create a small position and let it work. Let it work. All right, let them cook. Oh, did I fat finger the calculator? Oh no. I fat fingered the calculator. You did a typo with $4.35. Oh no, $69. Ah, geez, hold on. What did I do? Marlon B says that's enough of that. Give me some tickers. All right. He said that's enough of that. Super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I fat fingered the calculator. Dang it. All right, I'm human. That's right, I am human. I'm the Strat soldier, not the Strat robot. 304. Take away. That goes in force 253. Take away 250. I did it again. Now I'm in my own head. 253. $51. Okay. $51. Oh man, there was somebody about like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this course, and they were like, wait a minute, he messed up the calculator. I'm gonna wait. $51. You're gonna tell me? I'm gonna do the whole same speech all over again. You're gonna tell me $51 is not enough money for you in 1 week? Come on now, $51 on one share. All right, you bought 2 shares. That's $102. You can do math from there. All right. 3 shares, 4 shares. You small account traders can trade 1 share of UNH. You made $51. Keep doing that process over and over until you can't. You built up your account. Now you can trade those bigger. You can trade those bigger stocks. All right. You can trade those bigger ones because you built up your account taking these base hits, $51 at a time. And I tell you right now, there's people out there losing 100 plus every day, trying to do that exact same thing with options. Okay, just Just keep doing it. All right. A little speech for the small time traders. All right. You can do it. You can do it. You don't have to. This is a family show, so you don't have to go all out crazy. All right. You can do it, man. All right. Marlon B says, "Give me them actionable signals." All right. Let's go ahead and clear this thing. Man. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm stuck. All right, let's talk about what Marley B wants to talk about. Then we'll go through the actionable signals from last week. All right, Marley B wants to talk about CRM, and if it comes up to be an actionable signal, we'll go ahead and stick it in there. CRM hammer and force CRM. Excuse me, hammer. Sorry, I got excited. It's just a hammer. It's just a hammer. All right, and that hammer goes in force above 244. Make that yellow. Hammer goes in force above 244.33. The magnitude is 254. Not a lot. It's good, especially for trading options. But the second one is 274. All right. Personally, I'd rather see the 274. So CRM hammer on the week. That's good. We'll put that on the weekly watch list. Carvana CVNA. Carvana. All right, Carvana. Tiny little hammer on the week. That's okay. That's okay. The magnitude is 371.65, and the next target after that is 413. I'm pretty sure 413 is all-time highs. Yes, it is. Or wait a minute. No. 413 is all-time highs. All right. So that'll take it back up at the all-time highs. Very good. We'll put that one on the list. I like that. And give me W Day. It's been a long time since I heard anything about W Day. What's W Day doing? Hammer on the week. Let's see. 2 down on the month. It's in the middle. Halfway in the middle of the month. It's in the middle of the month right now. So we want to see things that are, 2 up on the month personally. But 233. What's it going to take for this thing to go 2 up on the month or outside month? 244. It could happen. All right, once it gets up in these right here. But hammer on the week, it goes in force above 226.16. The magnitude's 233.14. We'll see what happens there. Put that on the list. WD. And he wants to see ZM. Zoom, hammer on the week. Again, 2 down on the month. I want to see things that are 2 up on the month, halfway through the month. This is still good. You can still work this. It goes in force above $73.36. $73.36. Let's see what they really want to do. They want to get all the way back in here. All right, pivot machine gun all the way back up in here. Maybe they want to do that. So really interesting thing about ZM is Zoom. People thought Zoom was going to be the thing, and it made some money. But they thought it would start doing the Zoom calls and working from home, and Zoom was the one that took advantage of it. I'm thinking about Skype. Skype was a company that's been around since the 90s. And they thought Skype was the one that was supposed to be taken over when people started working from home, and Zoom was the one that was like, no, we got this. 2-2 reversal back up on the year in 2020, made all this money, and then back to the lows. This is one of those Cathie Wood stocks too. Cathie Wood stock. That's interesting. So we'll see if they want to, this is a quarterly chart. We'll see what they want to do. All right. It still went 2-2 reversal back up on the year back in 2020 at 110.16. Made it all the way up to 588. Will it get back up there? It could. It was valued at that at one time. It could. Question is, how long do you think you're going to live? How long is it going to take to do that? So we'll put that on the watch list. Bam. All right, very good. Zoom. I use Zoom all the time. It's amazing why isn't Zoom all the way back to where it was? That's really wild. Strat attack, soldier, practice visual trades with options before using real money. Please don't use real money to practice. All right, please don't use real money to practice with. Very good. All right, let's go through the list from that I put on Twitter from last week, and we'll add actionable signals as we go along. CDNS, that did work. 2-2 reversal back down on the week, but it did not hit magnitude. All right, we're only going to call the ones that hit magnitude winners. Okay. Oracle 2-2 did trigger the 2-2 down, but it held. All right, did not go to the lows as far as we wanted to. AMAT, all right, scenario 3, 1 bar rev strat, 1-3. All right, 1 bar rev strat, 1-3. All right, I know where to put my stops. I know where to put my entry to the lows. Anyway, took out all these guys. All right, very good. That's a win. That's a win. I don't have my sound effects on right now. I took them off. That's a win. F5 did go and force to the highs, did not take magnitude, came back down. All right, if you have questions about the strat, that's the time. That was the alarm for the questions about the strat. If you have questions, stick them in there. 312 up on HPE. It did hit magnitude. That's a win. That's number 2. Ding. INTC, that was interesting. 212 up, very good. Now it's about $4 up. Okay, I got a question. $4 up on INTC, very good. Took out 2 targets and it continued on. So if you're in that, very good. The president is talking about making these dang semiconductors in-house. Keys. 312 up, hit magnitude. It did hit magnitude, so that was a win. I see your question, Corey. Give me a second here. I want to see if I can get through these. There's not a whole, there is a whole bunch. Hold on. Let's see here. Clickety clack. Did go in force, hit magnitude, came back down though. But I mean, that was a win. It hit magnitude. All right. Clickety clack. Let me do 2 more and then I'll hit them questions. NTAP 212 up on the week, hit magnitude. That's a win. That's a win. PayPal. Went in force. Scenario 3 went, 1 bar ref strat, 313. Ugh, it didn't do much at all. So dead. Not a win. No magnitude on either side. Corvo did go 312 up, did not hit magnitude, but you could still be in that. No winner there. Texas Instruments 212 up. It did go in force. You could still be in that, but that did not hit magnitude. Honestly, it did hit this one technically, but come on now. We want this one up here. As soon as this went in force, it immediately took that one out. XLK 312 up, hit magnitude. That was good. That was a win. It did, and now it is forming a doji. I wouldn't necessarily call it a shooter, but doji on the week. All right, let me get to this question. Many minds, shooter on the week now, but it did hit magnitude, took out some targets. That's a win, but shooter on the week now. So we're going to leave that on the weekly watch list. All right, let me get this question. Strat Soldier. I tend to mostly be focused on being a weekly participant due to the work. Should 4 time frames to focus on be year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, or should still be looking at the monthly, weekly, daily 60? I say still look at the monthly, weekly, daily 60. I like what you're doing with the, you automatically was like, okay, what if I change this to the yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly? I like that. You can do that if it makes sense for you. I say keep it like this though. That way you can still monitor what's happening on the day in the 60s. For example, like Celsius, CELH, something I have been in on since reversal on the quarter, and it's been great. Well, I got stopped out of this. Why? I got stopped out of this using the PSAR on the weekly. I got stopped out about right here with profit at $43.51, and then it had earnings and then took off. $10 up. I'm like, what? Oh man. So I've been looking for a way to get back into that. I could have took this 312 back up, but I was out participating in a fake war, doing some training anyway. Just tuning up, and you can sit here and go, oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Like, no, you didn't miss it, man. Look for those actionable signals. So I say keep it like this: monthly, weekly, daily, 60. That way you know what's happening on the month, you know where you're at on the week, and then the dailies and 60s you can monitor, so you can add to your position, or just see how it's going. You can monitor it, because this actually went in force. This 312 up went in force on the 14th, on this day right here. All right, so I could have got in on this. That would have got me back into the green. All right, full time frame continuity back up. So that I suggest keep it with the monthly, weekly, daily 60, so you can monitor that stuff and see what's happening. But let's just say you don't like all the noise. Let's just say, like you said, the work week. You don't like, I ain't got time to deal with all the drama of the daily and the 60. I'm okay with the weekly, quarterly, yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly. That's fine. That's not bad. That's not bad. He says, no rush. Lots of things connecting better this morning. Running through the routine with you. That's awesome. Do it, man. Yeah, Celsius play. That's awesome. It was amazing. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's get back to it. Mini Minds is going to stay on the weekend shift watch list, because it is a shooter. All right. So let's see if that goes in force below 150, 163. The magnitude is going to be 145. All right. Let's see what they want to do on that. 312 up on AXP, American Express. It did not hit magnitude. But you could still be in that. Boeing 312 up. You can still be in that. It's been doing really well. I have no open positions in this really at all. Not really. I don't. That's a better way of saying that. Sorry, I don't. But 312 up on the week, still good, but no, it did not hit magnitude. Garage Salon. All right, Garage Salon 212 up. It did hit the target immediately and then took out some more. So that's a win. I'll call that a win, because it took out more. It took out some more. Shooter on the yeah, definitely a shooter on the week though. It came back down. So let's see if it goes below 717.29 and see what it does from here. Wynn Resorts, hammer in force hits magnitude. That's a good one. That's the kind of stuff we want to see. Ding, it did it. No actionable signal for next week, but that one did work. Bank of America didn't hit magnitude, but you could still be in that. That's a good one. That went in force. USB 212 up, hit magnitude. No actionable signal for next week, but that's a win. That is a win. UNH, already been talking about UNH. 212 up, hit magnitude and took out some more. Huge win. $51 on one stock. All right, one share. Charles Schwab, 312 up. It went in force at $97 and it hit $99. Would have made more money on that with options, but it was good. It's a win. CRM, that's from Marlon B. AMD, 212 up in force, hit magnitude. That was a win, and that's an ugly shooter. It could go 2-2 down, but more likely going to open up inside week next week, but that's a win. I'm not going to call that a shooter, okay? GPN, looking for that shooter to go in force. It did not. It went straight up. So not a win. Microsoft, Microsoft 2-1 inside. We'll leave that on the watch list because it's a shooter and it's inside. All right. Synopsis 212 down, didn't do much. Get that off the charts. Visa hammer in force, didn't do much. The magnitude's 358. It did not do it. So this reversal is closed. All right. Now, if you're in this thing, you're hoping you get a 2 up on the week next week, and hopefully it hits target. But that reversal is closed. It is done. WDC did not go in force, but it is an inside bar. We'll leave it on the chart. JP Morgan did not go in force, but an inside week. We'll leave it on the chart. Merck 212 up. Did it hit magnitude? It missed it by $1. You could still be in that. Dang it. Missed it by $1. Nike 313 Motor City Madhouse. They're getting chopped up in here. Did not hit magnitude on either side. Take it off. Verizon hammer in force, and it took out some targets here. Hit the top of this level of reclaim. Still good. That's a win. Still good. Remove. An actionable signal for next week. CVS getting their act together. Still inside month. It's halfway through the month. I'd be looking for things that are 2 up on the month, but 212 up on the week, hits magnitude and then some. Very good. All right. TMO take 2. 2 reversal back up, hits magnitude, and no actionable signal for next week, but that's a win. BMY 212 up on the week, hits magnitude. That's a win. There's a lot of actionable signals on this one. Hold on. QCOM 212 up. Excuse me, 312. 322 back up. 322 back up. You could still be in that. Did not hit magnitude though. Okay, you could still be in that. We'll see what they want to do next week. Carvana, that's from Marlon B, M Day, and ZM. All right, so we are caught up. We had an actionable signal on a broader average. What was that? SPY. Nope, it's not SPY. It's Dow Jones. No, it's not. It's which one is it? QQQ. Tech stocks. All right, so let's go to Tech XLK and look for those things that have shooter on the week. XLK, where you at? All right. Now you watch me just go through a whole bunch of little stocks here, and I don't want to spend too much more time of your time looking for these actionable signals. So I'm gonna click through these real quick. AMD. What did I say? Did I say I was going to be a shooter or not? More than likely going to open up inside week, but that's looking like it's so close. Ugly shooter. If you want to put that on your shooter, 2 down on the week list, that's potential 2 down on the week list, that's fine. Doji APA, where are we at here? AGO, definitely shooter on AVGO. Shooter on AVGO. That goes in force below $300, 3 cents. The magnitude is 291. Let's see if they want to take profit on that. All right, it's been doing well. It's been doing well, and it is 2 up on the month, so let's put that on the 2 up on the month list. I got to update that. BR inside on the week. It is an actionable signal, so we'll put that on there. I'd rather see a shooter, but that's inside on the week. Let's see if they want to take profits on that one. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the stock. We're going to go to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. If you have this, we're going to change this to shooter. Change the time frame of the week. Change this to shooter. This isn't in the TrendSpider store. The TrendSpider store. All right, and I'm going to change this to search in my watch list for tech. Okay, shooters. Give me shooters. Give me them shooters. Ooh, no more shooters in tech. Okay, that's interesting. Give me inside bars. Inside bars in tech. Now it says bearish, so I'm assuming it just means red. All right, we got 4 here. Let's see what we got. Let's look at those. Oops. Save. Get out of here. Go back up. All right, let's look at these. Insight on the week. BR already talked about that one. Glow. Insight on the week. If that goes down, it goes in force below $64.87. If it goes to the highs, it goes in force above $66.24. We'll put that on the watch list. Microsoft insight on the week. It's a shooter. All right, inside bar and a shooter already on the weekly watch list. All right, if that goes in force below 519, the magnitude is 510. I already talked about this one, Western Digi. It goes in force below $74.39. As soon as it goes in force, it's going to take out that target right there. But the magnitude's $69.76. And then Xerox, just continuing to go to the lows. It's $4. $4. Leave it alone. It's a penny stock now. Penny stock. Yuck. Yuck. Carvana, Strat week set up for next week right at the quarterly trigger, but it is inside month still. Okay, let's see here. I don't remember seeing that. Carvana. Did we already look at Carvana? CVNA. We looked at Carvana already. Carvana. Yep, that is a situation for 2-bar rev strat. Inside bar, 2 down, 2 up. Yes, very good. You said the quarterly chart. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some more time here. Next week, quarterly, but it's still inside on the month. Okay. Wow, interesting. All right, we'll see. We'll see what they want to do. There's a lot of stuff going on this month. Inside month, yes. We'll see what they want to do. Let's go to the weekly chart. Excuse me, the weekly signals list. Corey says, can the broadening formations be drawn from weekly or monthly charts? Yes. I see most do it from the daily, but I find it challenging with all the gaps. Definitely do it from the weekly and the monthly. All right, I do month and week. That's what I do. All right, to keep going with the story of price discovery, the story of price discovery, what's going on. It's easier for the show, and and for you guys to just follow what's going on the month and the week. If I start drawing broadening formations on the day in the 60s, the only reason I would do that is maybe something's really tight and I really don't know what's going on with the price. Maybe I really need some, let me get rid of that, wrong one. Maybe I need some help. Maybe I'm like, I really need to see what's going on here. That's sideways, no bad. Maybe I really need to see what's happening here, okay? So you can do something like that. I know this is higher than this, so I would actually have to draw this back. But I'm just drawing from here to here. And I can clearly see this is stuck inside, okay? But yeah, you're right. It's more difficult. People, maybe it's easier for those people to do it on the daily, but my first gut instinct is that they're day traders, okay? And they want to see what's happening on that day. Whoop, I'm all fuzzy. What happened? I'm all fuzzy. Hold on. I learned a trick. Bam. I learned that trick, boy. No more fighting this camera. Got it. All right, good. You're welcome. Yeah, I draw it on the month and the week and then just leave it. And if you really need to draw it on the daily, it's because you're like, what is happening? What's really happening? Okay. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, we're at the highs. All right, these bars become an outside bar of all these bars. That makes sense. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. I'm sure there's more actionable signals. Someone said Tesla. We got a couple other things people wanted to talk about. Tesla shooter on the week. Put that on the weekly watch list. Are they gonna? Again, there's that whip show. I was talking about this on was talking about this on the coaching session. Right now, Tesla shooter on the week, it goes in force below 327. The magnitude's 303. Will it get all the way back down there? Not sure. It's a lot easier to trade Tesla with common shares than it is with options. And because if Tesla was a roller coaster, it would be a roller coaster that would go straight up, curve, and then go straight back down, and then curve immediately, and then go straight back up. It would be the worst roller coaster to experience ever. It would be so bad. Oh, it would be so bad. But it's 2 up on the month, and they're trying to get this thing moving back up. So we'll see. People keep talking about robo-taxi, but I know for a fact this guy, he calls himself Techno Sucks, but he wants you guys to know it's inside year. He's telling you don't touch it inside year, and that's fine if you don't want to mess with it because it's inside year, inside quarter. That's fine. If you got in at 201, this is still a winning position for you. If you got in at 201 back in the third quarter 2024, this is still a winning position for you. Okay, so that's why I keep talking about it. All right, someone's out there winning on that. Dan's laughing. All right, let's see here. There's a couple more people want to look at. People want to look at AMD. I did that one. People want to look at Open. Sandal already said the spreads on this one's pretty spready, pretty wide. And this is a penny stock. We don't trade penny stocks. I'm not talking about Open. We don't trade penny stocks. UNH, we talked about UNH. We talked about Tesla. Shaking my head. SMH. What's SMH doing? Shaking my head. Shaking my head. Shooter on the week. That goes in force below 293 and the magnitude 293.19 and the magnitude is 283. So we'll put that on the watch list. Weekly signals, and then we can do the same thing with the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. We'll change this to shooter, and we'll go down. We need to search in semiconductors, way down here, okay? Semiconductors, scan. Only one is ping. Only one showing a shooter is PNG. Ping, PNG. All right, shooter on the week. All right, that goes in force below $23.26, and the magnitude's 22.47. I'm going to put that on the weekly watch list, but I also want to look at what's happening. What the heck is happening in AMD? What's AMD? Shooter on AMD. Well, it's not. It's an ugly shooter. I really want to put it on the watch list, but it's probably going to open up inside week. And then NVIDIA. Trying to think about the big ones. NVIDIA, Doji. What's another one? AAIO. OI. Okay. All right. Hey, there's not a lot of shooters in there. I wonder why. Dang, Strat over get. No, penny stocks. You gotta be careful with those penny stocks, because you'll get somebody on Twitter saying, "Hey, you can make all this money because you can buy 200 shares of this penny stock, and it can go to here." And you can make all this money. But penny stocks, what they do is they will let's go back to Open. They will pump it and they will dump it. All right. If you want to go learn how to trade penny stocks, go talk to my friend Mighty Soldiers. Mighty Soldiers. He trades penny stocks. He can show you how. But what they do is they'll jack it all the way up and then they'll dump it. All right. And most of the time you won't even be able to do anything about it. All right, they jacked it up to $4.98. The very next day, it opened up at $3.90. All right, that's what they do. They pump it up and then they dump it. Pump it up, and we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. But it'll probably open up $2.60, and you'll be stuck in a losing position. That's what they do. That's what they do in penny stocks. All right, and they don't even tell you when the rug pull is going to start. I made my money. Take it. Very true. Yep. Pump and dumps. Got to be careful. All right. Let me get out of this tape. Woo! Yeah, I got helmet hair now. Goodness gracious. Anyway, go check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my ebook, Hammer in Force. That comes with a bonus vid. That's going to come in your email. All right, check your email for that bonus vid. I'll see if I can put it on the actual where you can download the ebook. I'll put the video. I'll try to put the video there. I'll see what I can do this week. But definitely check your email for that bonus vid. And same thing with from 0 to 60. There's a bonus video that comes in that too. And check your email. All right, there's a bonus video that comes with that. There's a lot more in those videos than I can put in the ebook, and it's just to get you started. And then if you do get that book, Hammer in Force, I will send you the discount promo code for the execution course so you can get started. All right, so you can get started learning the strat. I'm talking about this is a super deep discount on the execution course to learn the rest of the other actionable signals. I have a Strat Camp webinar set up for August 20th. This is where you learn the entire strat in one night. All right, taking lots of notes. You also get a recording of that entire session that you can view over and over and over. And yes, it's live. It's me and you. It's me and 10 other people having a good time. And it's limited to 10 people so you can get the attention that you want. I'm sure you've been in other webinars or other things where there's like, yeah, there's 300 people in here. Yay, we're all having fun. But you are not getting your questions answered. All right, you're not because there's too many people and there's too much chat going on. You're not getting your questions answered. So get in there, Strat Camp webinar. I go over the entire strat in one night. All right, all 3 universal truths, and you get a recording of that. It's a good time. All right, it's not about information, it's about transformation, because at the end of that, every one of the people that take that webinar shows me a trading plan for the next day or the next week based on the strat. All right, that's a requirement. You have to participate. You will show me a trading plan for the next day or the next week, and you talk through all 3 universal truths. All right, so check it out. If you've already been through it, tell somebody else. Get them in there. All right, sign up, fill out the intake, reserve your slot. There's only 10 for August 20th. All right, get in there. Thank you so much. I'm glad you had fun, Carlos. Thank you so much. I'm glad you had fun. He says, I'm off to South Beach, Florida. Yeah, South Florida Beach. Man, the beach is my favorite place to be. It's my favorite. Awesome show. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for all you guys' support. It's so much fun. I'll talk to you guys later. If you have, if you've already bought an ebook or you've signed up for the Strat Camp, whatever, go to the Strat Camp community page. Ask me some questions. We can have conversations there. All right, we can do all kind of things there. It's kind of like a Discord, but it's not a Discord. I think Discords get on my nerves. It's like a message board, right? Anyway, you're already looking at your courses. You're already looking at your ebook that you got. Just go straight. It's on the same website, thestratsoldier.com. Just click over to the Strat Camp community. Ask your questions. I put stuff in there regularly and lessons that I think you guys need to learn. I also put stock market recaps in there. It's a good time. All right, get in there. Anyway, this is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.